On this episode of Quick Fix, we're going to change the ceiling fan. Let's jump right into it. First, you got to take the screws out. Most fans have 2 screws on each side toward the top. One is just sitting there and you can take it right out. The other is actually holding the fan up. Once you loosen that, you can actually twist the fan clockwise and it should come right off the ceiling. Slight problem with mine, and you'll find out in just a second here. Unfortunately, the way this one is made, I had to literally take off each individual piece until I could get to the inside of the fan.
Backing on up, sister.
Wait, how do you take this off?
This was probably a top-of-the-line fan back in its day for a living room.
Keywords, back in its day. Before we get too far, I want to stress the fact that you should definitely find the breaker for this power and turn it off. Once you do that, go back into the room and test and make sure that it's off. Literally, this one bolt is keeping me from being able to take this off.
You really think all that's being held right there?
Yes. There.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
So strong.
Melody. Don't do DIY work, okay?
Don't tell her that.
Most time fans, you just take a screw out on the top,
Nope,
1 or 2,
nope,
maybe 3
don't play on
screws, and then it comes right down the whole thing. This thing is literally screwed apart. So once I got the actual lights off, I was able to get underneath it and start taking the rest of the screws out. For some reason, the wires inside were really long. I just decided to cut them to pull them through. Literally, I've never had a fan this bad, but I had to take off each individual blade just to get to the inside. Now you can see I finally made it to the ceiling, and this is the actual motor part of it. Oh my goodness, my arms hurt. Okay. Make sure you save these screws that are actually going into the ceiling. There's a good chance that the fan you might be replacing it with did not come with those screws. You know something's been stuck to a wall for a long time when you take all the screws out and it doesn't just fall.
They watch it just fall.
Wow.
I'm surprised by how good the ceiling looks, actually. Yeah. Usually when you take a fan down, like, the ceiling looks really gross around it, but that's just dusty.
Yeah.
Don't know why you're getting it all on your hand, but...
Alright, time for an unboxing.
Daddy, you should make this in fast mode.
I will. The whole thing. When I talk, I'll be like... Alright, so now to the unboxing. One cool thing that I haven't seen in the past with fans I've purchased is this one actually came with a bulb. We ended up replacing it with a brighter one, but still it was kind of nice that it came with one. So this is the body of the fan, and you can see there's about a 4 or 5 inch extension attachment, and I wanted this to be as close as I could get it to the ceiling. So what I did is I ended up taking that piece off. By removing several screws and pulling this piece off right here, I was able to take the extension arm off and then replace the top cover on top of the motor. This allows the fan to be much closer to the ceiling since I'm only working with 8 feet in height. It just makes more sense for our setup. Once you get the fan to the place that you want it to be, whether you want it extended or not, go ahead and choose the blades you want, which side, because they have 2 sides. Get them screwed on. Definitely take a moment to look at your directions, follow them, and then it's time to put it up. I'm showing you here that the power is still off. So again, make sure you check because you don't want to get shocked. It's not fun. Now this is the actual bracket that came with the new fan, and I actually really like it because there's rubber above where it attaches to the ceiling. And the reason why I think it's really great is because as your fan is spinning, it's going to cause vibrations. So having that little bit of dampening is going to help with the sound a lot.
On our kid's head. Hang on it.
I'm not gonna hang on it, but I mean it's there. I want something taller.
I'm short.
I need this like right here.
I'm short, people. I'm short.
Got it? Alright, let me try to be quick.
I feel like the Lion King.
Don't drop this fan on my foot.
No, seriously though. I'm not really this strong in my arms.
Ew, this is good practice.
No, this is...
Please don't drop this.
I need something else to stand on.
So right now we are tying the cords together. The only difference... Turn that down, please! I need you to be like standing right here. Like put that right underneath the fan.
Do you need any of this stuff that's in here?
So this part is pretty straightforward. You're usually matching the wires with their own colors. Depending on whether you have a fan with a controller or not, there are going to be a few more wires. But again, please refer to the manual that comes with the fan. It will show you the wire layout. Mine was pretty straightforward. The only difference was I combined the blue and black wire and ran that to the black wire. I need it tight, honey. Tight. Get it on there tight. That is not tight. You're about to lose your job.
You seen that video clip?
Oh my goodness. Take this back, please. Take this.
It's tight.
Take it. Take it.
This is heavy and I'm short.
Throw this in here. Just get it up in there like that. And twist. Is it on up there?
A little bit more. It's on, but you... No, you're twisting the wrong way. It's on. Off the circle.
So when you're done, make sure you check the light and the fan to make sure it's working. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this is helpful if you ever have to change a fan in the future. If you liked the video, definitely consider subscribing and liking it. And don't forget to use what you got.